Hello. One of the many joys of what I do is the biggest disasters in my life make for the best tweets. So I have another one of those silver lining situations right here where everything fell apart, and maybe it's okay because I got more Twitter material. It is not okay. That's a lie. So here's the tweet. My brand new roof sprang a leak directly above my college degree. My most expensive home renovation ruined my most expensive piece of paper. If that's not adulthood, I don't know what is. So that's a crazy tweet, and it can't possibly be true, right? Well, no, it is actually completely true. If anything, I underplayed it. That water leak didn't hit 1 degree, it hit 5. Yeah, so we're renovating our attic. We have a big old Victorian house, and it had a full story attic that was just empty storage space. And I don't know if you're aware of this or not, but we have quite a few kids, and we're kind of getting pushed out of our main space. We really needed another bathroom. So we're renovating the upstairs, and we're adding a bedroom and a bathroom. And when I say we, I mean a contractor, because these hands are physically incapable of building anything. Like, honestly, just swiping on my phone is about the extent of my hand-eye coordination. So we're paying somebody to do this. And as with any construction project, it's taking twice as long as expected, because that's how those things work. If your contractor ever finishes on time, go ahead and duck and cover, because the world is about to end. So a couple weeks ago, we finally got a new roof. So we had to change the roof line to make enough space out there to walk around in certain parts. And so in the process, they had to re-roof half the house. And you can't really do just half a new roof. So we did all of a new roof. And we waited weeks and weeks and weeks to get somebody out here. Because apparently there's so much work going around right now that people don't want hard jobs. You know, if you can make easy money, why would you want to make hard money? I can sympathize. I'm a lazy guy. I don't like risk. So our roof line in parts goes straight up like this and is 30 or 40 feet off the ground. And those roofers thought, I don't really want to die. I'm going to make my money by not dying. I respect that. But eventually, my contractor did find a roofing crew to come out here and do that, and the roof is beautiful and it's wonderful, except for the fact that it doesn't work. In the last 24 hours, we have received 3.5 inches of rain, and last night, my wife noticed something. Now, I was sitting down here in this very office minding my own business, just like I'm doing right now. And I heard somebody yelling upstairs. And I thought, there's no way that's for me. That's for the kids getting ready for bed. I can't possibly be in trouble. I am sitting down here making webcomics. There's no possible way I have done anything that she would get mad at me about. Well, the yelling got louder and louder, and eventually I picked up the sound of my own name. I was in trouble because I was playing music and couldn't hear her properly. Went upstairs, and turns out we had an ongoing disaster. The water had leaked down around the chimney and was soaking through the drywall on the ceiling and the plaster and dripping down on top the bookshelf. What was on top the bookshelf? My 2 college degrees, my wife's 2 college degrees, and my high school degree, all in a nice, neat little stack. Like, if you had dropped a laser-guided bomb to try to hit the most sentimental thing in the house, you could not have struck a more valuable target. I know, like, if you store your college degree in a basement, it's like, oh, it got wet. Well, duh, it's your own fault. This was on the 2nd story, 8 feet off the ground on a bookshelf. Like, it has to be at the least water risk of anything in the house. I mean, you could have the flood from Noah's time, and it wouldn't have hit those degrees. They would have stayed dry. But you know what? It didn't. That drip of water landed directly on it. And I know some people were saying, well, you can just replace those degrees. Actually, we can't. See, I went to a college that closed because I'm not very smart. 10 years after I went there, one day they announced, oh, by the way, we have massive debt and we're building up more debt every year, and this accrediting board is pulling our accreditation. Oops, and they closed. Which isn't all bad. Like, every time I do something stupid, I'm like, what do you expect? I went to a college that closed. Like, clearly the expectations for my life have drifted downwards since then. My high school is still open, but they're on the verge of closing. It's one of those Catholic parochial schools, and they never have enough kids because Catholic families don't have 95 kids anymore. They have like 2.2. So in my town or that area, of the 3 elementary schools, they've closed and they're down to 1, and half the elementary kids are at the high school now in those classrooms. And I'm sure it's only a matter of time till that one closes too, and I also won't be able to replace that one. The picture with the water damage on the school outline, that is my high school. But it also did hit the The signed papers below that on the college degrees as well. It dirtied up the outside. I didn't show pictures of the inside because it's got some other information you might identify me by. But yeah, it got the inside of the college degrees too. Not as bad. And again, I can't replace those because the college closed. My understanding is I can get a transcript. I don't think you can go back and get like the big ceremonial degree because again, none of the people who signed it are still there. They went and found real jobs at colleges that are still open. Because that's really the best way to get a salary. If you want to continue getting paid, don't stick around at an institution that is closed. Not great for the budget. So we called the contractor, sent him some frantic texts, and this morning he sent his guy out here, and he was like a ninja. Like we were waiting and waiting for him, and it turned out he was already on our roof. Like if that guy wanted to kill us, he could have totally done it. Just gone to the roof, snuck down the chimney, who knows? His skills are unmatched. So he went up there, he applied what I believe the technical term is goop, and he said he gooped it all up. And hopefully that'll hold till Monday when they come back and do a more permanent fix. So in the meantime, we've got some ceiling that's kind of falling down. We've got some degrees that are wet. And we've got some hopes and dreams that have been slightly dashed. But that's okay. Because if everything's going according to plan in your home renovation, something's very wrong. You're probably part of a sting operation. And you are about to be very upset when FBI agents charge from your door. So our renovation's not going well, which is exactly how you know everything's going how it should be. Thanks for joining me for this episode of Behind the Tweet, and be sure to stick around for all my other exciting videos about my lifelong disasters.